Hey, welcome back to this episode 7 double feature encore montage. It's not a montage. In the last episode, I said that we accidentally lost the second stage. That's not true. I went back into the manufacturer's descriptions, and turns out there's a spare fuel tank with deorbit fuel right here. So if we can reactivate this stage, and I have no idea why we wouldn't be able to do that, we can, in fact, try and get it back. Now, what we want, obviously, is to get it back close to our space center, which I think is where that green line is coming from. No, it's not. It's going to be on the equator somewhere. Alright, mission 1, find the space center. Is it? I think it's here somewhere. So we have to try and get the probe back home, sort of close to the space center. And let's see if we can do just that by burning this way. And as we do that track, let's make it a little bit further. Yeah, let's try and make this maneuver. I hope that is actually going to end up with us on a deceleration course. Wait, there may not be quite enough fuel in the tanks for such a maneuver. Let's try this more efficiently. Let's first of all warp to Apoapsis. And then we can see about fine-tuning a maneuver. Actually, we can do that right now. I'm not quite sure how we're going to make sure that... Wait, is that where... It's on a coast anyway, let's hope it's that coast. Yeah, let's start with this burn. We have to account for planet rotation somehow. Yeah, 100 meters per second seems a lot more likely than the other thing. And anyway, if we get it back even far away from the KSC, that's still more than leaving it out in space. So there's that. Right, let's unlock this special reserve of fuel. Do we have a delta V readout? No, we don't. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! This thing is really trucking with that fuel. Oh my god! Of course it weighs nothing. We have 400 delta V's. Okay, that should be plenty for us to do quite a lot with. Let's see what kind of course that put us on. Sort of an intercept course with the ground there, which is exactly what we want. Oh my god, look at that. We are outpacing the rotation of the planet. Let's see if we can do a reboost. You'll notice SpaceX never has to do reboosts because they calculate their burns properly in the first place. And I'm still going on the working assumption that we will actually encounter a spaceport over there, because I don't know Gale's geography well enough. Let's say 24 kilometers at that spot. I reckon we won't be completely slowed down at 20 kilometers, so hopefully this will help us somehow. Is it now stopping because we are? Yeah, we are. It is now stopping because we are in Atmo. That's as good as any time to go to this view. Let's for now minimize our profile to not have too much drag. I think that might not be quite working. We may actually have to do a deceleration burn here. And we're out of fuel, so we're completely ballistic now. And that burn, let's see, our periaps is now, we're never going to make that. Oh, we are actually getting quite toasty here on this second stage re-entry. How realistic is this game? Because second stage re-entry, because it's coming back from orbit, is a hell of a lot hotter than first stage re-entry, which is just coming back from a suborbital hop. So far, it's getting really toasty, but then again, engine bells are made to be toasty. So in KSP logic, that will serve as them being perfectly fine heat shields. We're not decelerating quite that hard yet, like a G and a half. And well, we've formally given up on landing right at the spaceport because, well, first of all, I have my doubts whether the spaceport is even here, and second, because that was an island off the coast, if I recall. But anyway, we'll find out. We might be landing as far away as possible, i.e. on the other side of the planet. But it does look as though we are going to be able to land it. We are now down to 1500 meters per second, just crossing under that 20-kilometer boundary, which is a boundary made up, doesn't really mean anything, just the air gets thicker and thicker as it does. But we are finishing off the complete reuse of this space launch system. Bad name, no. That is not reusable. Deploy the landing legs just to be sure, and we will pop those parachutes when it's ready. I do hope this one was not relying on some last minute thrust, but this stage looks light enough to not need that. We're just falling below 12 kilometers now. And the parachutes are safe to deploy according to the staging screen, that is. And of course, we all trust and live by the staging screen, because what else could we do? We could disable SAS and let aerodynamics and ballistics take over, because there's realistically really nothing else we could do. Or maybe is there another surprise tank? No, not really. We could turn off the radio, but then why would we? Could use a little bit of time warp to make this moment pass faster. Let's see, we are 3 kilometers over the terrain, so we are on a little bit of a high ground. We're 2 kilometers above sea level, and well, when I set that, 1400 meters above the ground, so we are gonna land at about 500 meters above sea level. And that really doesn't matter for this stage, but you know, trivia and all. Here we go. It's slowing down to a nice gentle 4.9 meters per second. That should do for a safe landing. And I do wonder where the spaceport will end up being. Are we even close to it or not at all? Let's re-engage SAS just to prevent any tumbling if we can at all manage it. And there we go, full recovery of the second stage, and that of course means full recovery of the entire rocket, which is pretty cool. Now here we go. How far away was that? 1700 kilometers from the KC, so that's 18.4% value. Just 700 funds. That means that, yeah, I think we went to the wrong side of the planet. Whoops, sorry. Would have been better if we managed here. But, you know, some planets you know the geography of, some of them are Gale, so you don't. Anyway, same thing as the other video. Thanks for watching the Encore. See you around next time. Do submit your vessels or there won't be any more episodes, and yes, that is a threat. Bye.